Seriously, if you clicked on this video saying, what is Skate the Infinity, please go watch it. This is my most underrated show of the season that not enough people are checking out, and I get it. I mean, skateboarding may not be your thing, sports anime may not be your thing. What's so great about it? Visually, it's gonna knock your socks off, but I love the premise snowboarder turned skateboarder. It's really good for that alone. This show oozes so much style, and if you saw the trailer before the show came out, you knew it was going to have style. But, I mean, the way the music works together with this amazing animation, you actually feel like this was animated by people who understand skateboarding, or understand snowboarding, and the way they maneuver and do these crazy things. Like, in this episode, I love the snowboarding moves applied to a skateboard and how they actually justify it by having custom boards. I mean, the fact that you take a snowboarder who's naturally pretty good at skateboarding but is no way capable of beating these pros without being lucky. The first time he beat them, he was duct taped to his board. So it kind of made sense because he was able to maneuver like a snowboard, but got very lucky also. This episode, how do you go up against a pro who's been winning championships and trophies and things like that? Well, the way you do it is you take the wheels off of like a computer chair, apply it to a board, and maneuver in such a way so rather than when you're turning in things where generally when you maneuver on a snowboard it's pretty evenly distributed and it doesn't change all that much, but on a skateboard, well, of course it does, because when you turn or things like that it might be braking, it might throw you off. Here, not only did they adjust the foot strap so he could turn more easily, the wheels will maneuver with him. I think that's so interesting how they're not going where I thought they would, where it would either be, they just wouldn't explain things, they would just say, oh, he's attaching his feet to the board, that's all the viewer really needs to see, because most people won't know too much about either skateboarding or snowboarding. So if you're saying, well, snowboarders attach their feet to the board, then that's all he needs to do in order to be good, right? But the fact that they went the extra mile really does help make it feel like it's fleshed out and it realistically can happen. Even though there's a lot of anime absurdity, like everyone's dressed up or the one guy's board talks to him based on last week's episode. You have Adam, who is literally a creep trying to feel up the new meat, which that guy's stranger danger. We'll talk more about him in a minute. But I like also the fact that they actually realistically not just like put the wheels on the board that Reki kind of like made for Langa. The fact that he actually had to work on him, which I honestly thought that's all he was going to do because he saw the wheels spinning after he was running away from the cops there. I like the fact that not only did he just attach the wheels to the board, he had to custom make it so, because the fact that the wheels will move with whatever direction or kind of your body weight, you also have to customize it so the fact that when you're just going straight, they're not going to go all over the place. And the fact that they even admit in this episode saying that only someone like Langa would ever be able to ride a board like this because it is completely batshit insane. They just really cover up their tracks without it ever feeling boring. You can tell that the idea and the main goal of this anime is to watch fun happen while they skateboard. And that was honestly the general idea for a character like Mia, who used to have a lot of friends, which obviously not the most original plotline. Someone who's a pro, very lonely, kind of hates everyone else who's in a group. You've seen it before, but I think they did a solid enough job for one episode introducing a character at the very end of last week, showing him in this week, and just seeing like, yeah, someone used to have a lot of friends but got popular. The friends didn't get popular alongside him and they kind of got resentful and kind of vengeful against him. But the fact that this was all about showing that like, the reason you will lose eventually is if you're not having fun, then what's the point? And I think that is true. Well, I definitely think probably like 9 out of 10 times, if you're skilled at something, you're probably going to beat the person who's, having fun but not as skilled. But in the rare cases, someone who's more determined to have fun, and someone like Langa in this case, who is a snowboarder at heart turned skateboarder and now has a board that kind of like, it feels more at home with what he's doing, he definitely has a chance, even as small as it is. And if you were to place money on him winning this match, you would probably be very wealthy at the end of this episode. But I like that because there definitely shows that like, while it's important to have skill and you have to refine those skills, you also have to have a desire to be kind of skillful in this type of profession, which is the kind of underground skate racing, which I really like. I just think from all the crazy maneuvers, the great animation techniques, like I really like when they focus in on the boards or they go slow-mo when he's spinning around, which that guardrail trick was amazing. The guardrail was literally severed in half, like there was a missing piece, and he did a maneuver that was only a snowboarder could do. Or even when he like jumps off of the tree and uses the tree as a redirect. I'm just like, multiple points. There's 2 or 3 times I was like, I can't believe he did that. I said something along those lines out loud. I was just having a blast watching as if I was watching professional skateboarding or snowboarding. and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna die, but he actually landed it, so I'm excited and no longer scared. It's a very, very fun show that knows what it's doing. And the fact that rather than going this crazy plot of like end of the world or, you know, aliens are invading or they're introducing like someone's family member is dying and they need money, or it's literally two kids just wanting to skateboard very close to entering adulthood and they just want to continue to have fun, and that's their focus, is having fun. Obviously, Langa wants to have a job to help support his mother, which is admirable, but that's like not the defining like trait of the show. And while there is the Adam storyline where this dude's literally a creeper and needs to be sat down with Chris Hansen by the looks of it, I mean, I don't like what he was trying to do in this episode. And the fact that we have Reki challenge him at the end, either one of three things is going to happen here. Reki's offer is going to be kind of like said, okay, I'll kick your ass, and he'll easily lose without much struggle, because if this dude is a pro, there should be no way that he beats him, so that's one option. Two, he'll say, absolutely not, you're not even worth my time and attention. Or three, he does challenge him and he beats him, and if that is the case, I'm really hoping Adam actually isn't all that hot of shit, and he actually is pretty mediocre and just got popular through maybe social media manipulation, and the people he skateboarded against were actually like kind of planted in there to lose to him or something. But most likely, I doubt Reki's going to be able to stand up for his newfound friend here, but then again, time will tell. I did like how me in this episode actually brought up the power of friendship and how it was bullshit, but then by the end he kind of got roped into the power of friendship. Really nice little trait there. It's just so fun, it's so stylized, and the music complements the animation so well. I mentioned it in last week how when I was talking with my friends about the show, I was like, I really hope they go really good with the music, because based on the visuals, they're gonna have a lot of fun. They're gonna make it feel like we're playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right? You know, but we're watching it. And the music is doing a really good job. There's actually a lot of variety, which I like. There's a lot of electronic pieces in this episode, and based on what was happening, I think it complemented it quite well. But just seeing everything occur, I mean, it just felt like fun is always the most important thing. But rather than it just being fun with no substance, you really do care about Reki and Langa's growing friendship. And I actually like that Reki's more of like the supporter. He makes the boards. He's talented, but he's not even close to being as skilled as Langa. And the fact that he's more than willing to just support him by making a board and standing up for his friends in need be, even if he thinks he'll lose, it just makes it a lot more admirable than just two pro skaters never struggling, because both of them do struggle in different ways, but they complement the other to bring each other back up when they do fall down. This is great. This could easily be my favorite sports anime when it finishes. I'm gonna put that out there. And you know, certain shows that I like me my Haikyuu, I like me my Megalobox, but this show just really hits it for me, and it really clicks in such a way that it's fun first and foremost, but the deeper I look into certain layers, I really come out appreciating it through and through. I'd love to know everyone's thoughts. How are you enjoying it? We're now 3 episodes in. Are you going to carry on with this, or are you going to be dropping it at this point in time? As I know a lot of people do follow that 3 episode rule, so let me know your feelings down below. I'm hoping a lot more people will check this one out. I definitely recommend spreading it. Word of mouth, I think, needs for this show. We need to get more people watching it, especially if we enjoy it. I'm doing my best, but I think we all need to do an equal part here, because this show deserves more viewership. If you enjoyed the video, like it to show your support, and hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new around here. Since next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.